happen to have a makeup product you initially loved, but now it just sits in your makeup drawer? Or maybe a product that you put aside after first trying it, but now it's a must-have in your makeup routine? Well, if so, stay tuned, because today I'll share with you 8 makeup products I've definitely changed my mind about, and hope you'll share the makeup products that you've changed your mind about in the comment section below. Welcome, my name is Elise, and I'm a makeup artist who's passionate about helping all of us with mature skin look and feel our gorgeous best. There are any number of reasons that may cause us to flip our thoughts from, I really like this product, to, no, not so much. Our skin may change, our taste may change. We may come to like or dislike the applicator, or discover that the product isn't as long lasting as we once thought. Whatever the reason, the product is now either a go or a no-go. So let's dive in and take a look at products that I'm not reaching for a lot, and products that sit at the back of my makeup drawer. And I hope this review will help you as well to know the products that might and might not work for you. First are 2 products from Merit Beauty. The first one is their Satin Finish Signature Lipstick. I of course picked the berry shade called Fashion, but when I tried it on, the color just seemed way too dark for me. And quite honestly, I've spent years only focusing on lipstick color, because finding a color with the right undertone that really works for me was hard with a capital H. I liken it to finding a needle in a haystack, and maybe you felt that way as well. Because of my initial concern about the color of the lipstick, I tucked it away in my makeup drawer, and it didn't see the light of day again until very recently. I pulled it out after hearing another YouTuber I respect talk glowingly about it. So my thought was, what the heck did I miss? Well, there certainly are important considerations other than color when choosing the right lipstick, such as the finish, the wear, the ingredients, and the price tag. Well, what hit me right between the eyes when I tried this lipstick for a second time was the formulation. It felt ultra lightweight, and it's probably the softest and most comfortable lipstick I've ever felt on my lips. Now, how I missed this the first time around absolutely mystifies me. This lipstick was 5 years in the making, and what probably makes a difference in how it feels on my lips is the addition of 3 ingredients which provide wonderful moisture: squalane, sunflower seed oil, and papain. And I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that last one correctly. But you may be thinking, Elise, what about the fact that you weren't initially crazy about the dark color? Well, although I feel the color is too dark for me, the undertone is perfect since it's a pinky purple color. So there's an easy fix for the color issue. I can either mix it with another lipstick that's lighter, which I end up doing most of the time anyway, or I can apply a lighter lip gloss over it, or both. Let me show you on my hand how these different fixes work. First, here's the Merit lipstick by itself. Here's the Merit lipstick mixed with a lighter pink lipstick from Lawless. Here's the Merit lipstick mixed with the pink lipstick from Lawless, as well as a pink lip gloss from Lawless. And this is Merit mixed with a heavier application of the pink lipstick and a lighter application of the gloss. So I think you can see how radically that changed the look of the lipstick. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply the Merit lipstick in the shade Fashion, but first I'll apply a little of the pink lipstick from Lawless underneath and a favorite Lawless gloss over it. And oh yes, I forgot, first lip liner. This lipstick feels so smooth and velvety on the lips, it's amazing. And here's the finished result. The second Merit product is one I initially liked, but which I've now had second thoughts about, at least second thoughts about the way I originally used it. It's Merit's The Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Stick. Now, in all fairness, this product is meant to do double duty as a foundation and or a concealer. And I think making a product designed to do double duty is pretty hard to pull off, since we usually want a concealer to have pretty strong coverage, since we use it for spot correcting. But in our foundation, we may not want as strong a coverage unless that coverage feels very lightweight. And although the shade Dune is one of the best shade matches I've ever had with a foundation, when I use this Merit product as a foundation, it's just a little too heavy on my skin. It definitely takes a little work to sheer it out so it looks more natural. So it doesn't work as well for me as a foundation. However, with that said, it does do a great job as a concealer, but only on the face ears and not under the eyes due to its heavier formulation. Now let's move on to the next products. I'd heard so many good things about Westman Atelier's Face Trace Contour Stick in Biscuit that I caved and purchased it during the spring 2023 Sephora sale, even though it was pretty pricey. However, I was able to get the mini size, which is much more affordable. I'm so glad that many brands are now offering a mini size, since we're never quite sure how a product will work for us, and it's so much easier on the pocketbook. When I tried this product for the first time, I was absolutely underwhelmed and so disappointed. And I'm convinced the reason why was once again the color. Do you sense a theme going on here? Well, I was used to using darker colored contours such as Huda Beauty's Tantour and Makeup Revolution's Ultra Creamy Bronzer. Let me swatch these two colors for you so you can get a chance to compare them with the swatch of the Westman Atelier Biscuit shade. On top is the Huda Beauty contour in the shade Light. Underneath it is Makeup Revolution in Medium, and beneath that is the Westman Atelier shade in Biscuit. And boy, can you see the difference between the warmth of those colors. Definitely the Makeup Revolution is the coolest tone, but Biscuit comes in second in terms of how cool it is. You can certainly see what a huge difference there is in the depth of these shades. Now, for some reason, I pulled out the Westman Atelier contour stick several months ago, and I've been using it almost non-stop ever since. When I first used it, I did appreciate how easily it applied, but I didn't think it gave my face enough definition. However, I've come to really appreciate the softer definition that it does give, and it's so easy to apply and blend that I simply can't make a mistake when applying it. And the biggest plus for me is how easily it contours my nose, which frankly is my biggest makeup challenge. I'm going to use this contour on one side because I have another contour coming up that I'm going to be talking about, and I'll use that on the other side. So this is the Westman Atelier contour. And I'm going to use it on both sides of my nose just so you can see. Look how easily that glides on. Just amazing. And I'm going to use my Makeup by Mario F4 brush to blend it in. And you can see it just barely needs to be touched to blend in. I will blend in both sides on my nose. Then I always like to go over it with my foundation brush. The other contour I've changed my mind about is Makeup by Mario's Soft Sculpting Bronzing and Shaping Serum. The word serum in the name of the product first spooked me, and when I tried it, I was definitely concerned about the thin texture. I thought it might be one of those products that would require multiple applications to build it to the level of sculpting that I felt would work for me. But when I applied it a second time, a few weeks later, I was very impressed with how easily it blended into the skin and how natural it looked. I guess my taste has changed a bit in the depth of contour color I like to use. The formula means that this contour looks soft and natural. Here are these two lighter contours swatched side by side so you can see the difference in the color and the formula. Here is the Westman Atelier Cream Stick. And you can tell that that's a little bit thicker, but for a stick product, it's still very thin. And underneath it is the Makeup by Mario Serum, and you can definitely see how much thinner that is. Now, normally I would apply this with the applicator stick, which is a doe foot, but this is my daughter's product, and I want to keep it sanitary for her, so I am squirting it out with the pump applicator. And that's one of the interesting things about this product. The pump applicator is great if you want to keep it sanitary, if you're a makeup artist, for instance, like I am, or it can be used easily with the doe foot applicator. So it's really nice to have those options. And just like the other side, I'm going to go over with my foundation brush, which, by the way, is the other end of the Makeup by Mario brush. So I think you can see what a nice, gentle job of sculpting that does. So if you've hesitated to use a contour stick because you were concerned about it looking too harsh or obvious, you definitely cannot go wrong with either of these two options. And by the way, if you're enjoying today's video, if you have mature skin and want to see more content that helps us discover the right techniques in the right places with the right products, then I hope you'll subscribe and join our wonderful family on this channel. Well, it's pretty rare when I go from liking to disliking an e.l.f. product, but this is a product I very rarely pull out anymore. It's their No Budge eyeshadow sticks. Now, the good news about these eyeshadow sticks is that they are no budge, but unfortunately, this no budge formulation is also the bad news, at least to me. Because they're designed to stay in place and not budge, the consistency isn't very creamy, which makes them more difficult to apply and blend out. And because the skin of our eyelids is so thin, and most of us have some crepiness and loss of elasticity there, I know I sure do, the last thing I want to do is apply added pressure to that area to blend out eyeshadow. Let me show you what I mean. I absolutely love this color, but let me show you what I mean by how challenging this is to blend out. I'm pushing pretty hard, and it's not blending out evenly. It's a little bit patchy. And I wouldn't want to have to push that hard on my eyelid area. What I'll most likely do is end up using these eyeshadow sticks as eyeliner sticks. A drugstore eyeshadow pencil that is creamier and far easier to apply and blend out is ColourPop's Shadow Sticks. This one's a little harder to see because it's so light, but it is just so creamy. It just blends out so easily. But of course the ColourPop eyeshadow stick isn't quite as long lasting, so I guess we just have to pick our poison. I imagine many of you will disagree with my thoughts on this next product. For so long, I heard so much about Maybelline's Lifter Gloss, and since I'm definitely a sucker for a good lip gloss, I plunged right in and purchased it. But I rarely reach for it now. First of all, I find the packaging to be a little bit bulky and uncomfortable, but what I find to be most off-putting is that I feel I have to work so hard to get the amount of gloss out of the tube that I really want. When I compare this Maybelline gloss to my favorite Lawless gloss, which gives me the perfect amount of product with just one simple, easy swipe, well, there's just no comparison. I find that the Maybelline gloss not only takes extra work to get the amount of gloss I need, but it also doesn't seem to blend in as well with my lipstick. So even though the Lawless gloss is definitely pricier, I definitely will spend that extra money to get a formula and look that I feel works so much better, at least for me. And now let's focus on a positive note with two products from the same brand that I'm frequently reaching for despite the applicator. The two products are Tarte's Blush Tape and Glow Tape. I have the shade Pink in the Blush Tape and Pearl Glow in the Glow Tape. Now, if you want a matte blush that has quite a bit of color, this blush is not for you because it does have a soft glow and the color is subtle. But since I absolutely love a blush that gives both subtle color and subtle glow, this product is an absolute win for me, even though I originally wasn't bowled over by it. And the reason I wasn't initially bowled over by it was because I just couldn't get past the squeeze tip applicator. I was a kid who never liked to play in the sandbox because I didn't like getting dirty and messy, so using an applicator that gets messy, no matter how careful you are with it, is definitely not my cup of tea. But my other pet peeve with these applicators is that it's way too easy to squeeze out too much product, which creates even more mess, and it's just plain wasteful. And the not liking wastefulness part of me definitely comes from my dad who grew up during the Depression. Well, okay, I'm now done with my rant. So as you can tell, the product had to be really special for me to overcome my initial applicator aversion. But the beautiful soft glow that this product creates, the blendability of it, and the subtle color really elevates this product into a top tier for me. And if you're interested in some really other top-notch products for mature skin, be sure to check out the videos I pinned in the comment section below. Let me show you how beautifully these products apply. Just going to dot on just a couple dots, and you can certainly use your fingers or a brush. But I just love this soft color. As I said, it's really subtle, and the glow. And it's glow and not glitter, so it does not highlight my pores. That's certainly another good thing about it. Now, I did have to squeeze this out, and I do have some left on the applicator tip, so I'm hoping I'll use it all up on the other side of my face. It just blends in so easily. And unfortunately, as you can see, there's a whole lot left on the applicator tip, which will continue to get this product messier and messier. And you definitely have to make sure to turn this product to the off position. And here is the glow tape. And again, I'm just going to do a couple of dots. Just a beautiful soft glow. Until next time, I wish you good health and happiness and hope you have a fabulous rest of your day. Take care.